Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at some gameplay that we got here with Ceruledge, but in the Open Great League. Those battles got sent to me basically at the end of the last time Great League was available, so we're going to take a look at them right now. This of course is a difficult Pokemon to obtain, as you kinda need to have another account that is a very low level, hatch that Pokemon and then trade it over in order to obtain this Pokemon, so it is basically impossible for like a single person to obtain this one. You can only obtain it here if you have another account that is a low level. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna take a look at a very spicy team here as well with like the Shadow Dragonair and I think the Shadow Dragonite, and here we already see that one of them is going to be a shiny. As you're gonna see a lot of phone calls, I know what is happening there, but hopefully you are gonna be okay. We're gonna see the Ceruledge coming in and the full farm down is happening here right now. Ceruledge are known for doing a ton of damage. In comes the Shadow Whiskers of the opponent, which is going to go for a Mud Bomb. You can still reach one more fast move and then go for the Shadow Ball to force a shield from them. And you might want to swap out afterwards into your Dragonite as... oh, never mind, the opponent just let this move go through, so you're gonna be able to do a ton of damage here. Flame Charge might have been the better option just to boost your own attack, but the opponent tries to go for the charge move straight away anyway, and so you can let this move go through. Dragonite should have a great time here in the back. Let's see, the opponent is gonna go for the Aerial Ace, knocking you out, but Dragonite is not going to be a shiny, but still going to be a shadow, and we can win this game. So we're going to see some great matchup for you here. Dartrix, a Pokemon that I wish would be a little bit better as well. Like the thing as well, I just wish that Magical Leaf or Leafage would get a little bit of a buff. I feel like grass type Pokemon not really that common nowadays, especially here, as like there's a lot going on. Like honestly, like your alarm at like 1 PM, that's kind of mad. Hopefully you click snooze on that one, but in general, I don't know, like I feel like grass is something that's currently not really as great to play since basically Skarm got buffed and like Steel Wing got buffed. Grass is basically completely dead, so I would like to see some update to like Leafage or the Magic Leaf here. Both of the moves would definitely appreciate a little bit of buff for the next season, and so grass type Pokemon like Dartrix would be a little bit better. Dartrix itself has great stats, has great move pool, it just needs like a better fast move basically. Here the Body Slam is going to do some decent damage. You cannot knock them out as they're going to be able to knock you out most likely here with, let's see, it's going to be a Brave Bird, easy KO for them, but you can go back into the Ceruledge. I would have went to the Ceruledge just to have a little bit of fun there with the Shadow Ball, but this is going to be still great as the Rapidash is going to be in the back. Again, those battles were sent to me at the end of the last time Great League was available, and this was before Elo was a thing as well, so let's move on to the next one. Later on today, we're going to have the Great League back. If you haven't seen my video about top teams, definitely check this out. It was released yesterday evening. It's a little bit tricky to tell currently top teams for this matter because we only had 1 week so far available, and this was like the first week of the season. So going to be interesting on how the meta going to shift. Very interesting indeed. But here we're going to see a Skarm, Sky Attack coming through. We can still go for the Awkward Tail here, hopefully, which is going to be able to connect against them, I would imagine. Let's see if they're going to use a shield or not. They're actually going to use a shield, so this is going to allow you to not reach another one. I thought that you might be able to reach one, but I guess not. And you kind of forced to go for a shield here as a Brave Bird would knock you out. You're going to let this move go through. It's just going to be this Sky Attack, and so you can go for the full farm down. Great for you, as the opponent is going to have, of course, the Mud Boy again here with the Quagsire. You can still reach a Shadow Ball, which would do a ton of damage. Not sure if this would knock them out, but you do a ton of damage in general, so you can just swap out now to the Dragonite. You have to be a little bit careful, as the opponent's Quagsire could have access to the move Stone Edge, which would one-shot you. Here, I think this is just a Night Slash. It is just a Night Slash, and so this is a great play to letting this move go through. You can still reach another charge move here with your Dragonite, which hopefully puts them into farm down range. It does definitely put them into farm down range. You have to kind of go for the charge move immediately here as the Superpower is coming through. Superpower is doing a little bit more damage than the Dragon Claw, and this should be enough, and you can move on to the next opponent. Poliwrath in the lead. While this is not the worst matchup, it's also not the greatest, especially if you consider your backline. Here's the issue. Basically, oh, you get a free fast move, and this is kind of nice. Basically, the opponent have access to Scald, which is going to be able to not debuff you here, but would definitely knock you out. But also Icy Wind is really difficult for your backline to deal with. So in comes the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is going to get the shielded, but you can still reach your next charge move in time because the opponent's fast move timing was not really great before. So this will be able to get the final shield, and they're swapping out into a Ferret. Third is actually a lot of fun. I kind of maybe want to try this Pokemon out as well, because you have now Brick Break, which got buffed, and you're also going to have Dig Watch, which got buffed prior as well. So Third, definitely a Pokemon that I kind of have on my list at least, because here we see already Dig is coming through. Quick Attack is a great fast move. Fun Pokemon to use for sure. In comes now a Sandslash. A lone Sandslash, not going to appreciate the Awkward Tail for sure, as this is going to be able to connect, going to get them kind of low, and you barely miss out on the next move, which is going to be a little bit tricky. But you can go into this Ceruledge, use a shield now, and this Incinerate is going to completely destroy him. You're actually going to let this move go through. It's going to be the Ice Punch, which is great for you, because now the Poliwrath is going to be forced to go for a charge move. You can still let this move go through for sure. And the Dragonite is coming through, going to knock them out. And this is actually really well played by this player here, as it's going to allow them to still win this game. Otherwise, it might have been a little bit tricky for you as well, but well played, and this is going to be it for this one. Next opponent, Skarm in the lead. Skarm is going to be, again, great for you in the lead here, so you do a ton of damage. I mean, look at the damage output. You can just go for a charge move against Whiskers, hopefully get a shield, because your Dragonite matchup is actually so great against Whiskers. Okay, that you would have enjoyed the shield here quite a bit, but now you can just go for the full farm down. Scald is the best that they can do against you, unless they would run, of course, a Blizzard, which nobody is running right now. And so the attack drop is coming through, but you can just go for the superpower damage now against the opponents. Skarm is coming back. Superpower is going to connect now as well, and you might be even able to reach another one in time, which would be great for you. Charge move is gonna get shielded by the opponent, but can you reach another one? You cannot. This is so unfortunate, as they have a ton of energy now, and they are going to, I think they're running Air Slash the entire time. I actually didn't even look at this. I think they're running Air Slash, which is not really the ideal move here for this Pokemon, but this is going to still be very close. The opponent is going to outspeed you, and there might be even already another Sky Attack for the Skarm, so maybe the Shadow Dragonair is going to have a little bit of a problem here at the back. We see the Awkward Tail coming through. Awkward Tail is not the move that you want to go for. The Body Slam is going to do more damage. It has the same amount of energy that it is required, so rather go for Body Slam here. I feel like this is going to be the better one to go for, but maybe you can go for the full farm down, which would be ideal for you. You can, and now you have the Awkward Tail Sword here, of course, is going to be better, and you can still win this game with your Dragonair. Good game there, well played, and we can move on to the next opponent. Umbreon in the lead. This is going to be a little bit interesting, as you can swap out into your Dragonair. In comes a Ninetales. This is going to be very, very tough for you. You can, I think, still survive this one. It's going to be very close, depending really on the IVs. You cannot, and so at least Ceruledge is going to be able to get a nice farm here. Still has to take most likely something like a Dazzling Gleam. A lot of times they're running Dazzling Gleam together with the Powder Snow. It is still going to be the Dazzling Gleam, doing a ton of damage, but you get up to 100 energy. Maybe that's going to help you. In comes an Umbreon. I doubt that this is going to really help you. You have to hope there's something in the back that you can beat with your Dragonite. You can still reach another Flame Charge here, which is most likely going to get shielded by the opponent, because it would do a ton of damage. And now you're forced to swap into your Dragonite. You don't even have your Ceruledge as like a sacrificial swap for later on anymore, as Ceruledge went down from the Snarl. And this is going to be a very tough one. Unless the opponent has like a Pokemon that's insanely weak to Dragonite, you're not going to have a great time here. Foul Play is coming through. Let's see what they're going to have in the back. They're going to stay in for a little bit. You can still go for the Dragon Claw here. Great timing. But let's find out what the opponent is going to do here. They're going to use a shield, so maybe there's something in the back that you can still punish with a superpower. If there's something like a Bastion, you might be able to one-shot. I don't actually think you'd one-shot Bastion. It's going to be a Clodsire. I doubt that 2 Dragon Claws is going to be enough against Clodsire. Clodsire, one of the bulkiest Pokemon. I think this is going to be a loss here, sadly. Yeah, this is nowhere near, and they can even get to the move in time, and so this is going to be a loss. Still good game there, and we can move on to the next opponent. Whiskers in the lead. Pretty bad for you. Swapping out immediately into your Dragonair is the only way to go. And hopefully here this time around you can go for the Awkward Tail. You don't need to go for the Body Slam. This is actually a great matchup for you. You can definitely realign if you want to. And you definitely want to realign. With a Whiskers in the lead, you kind of really want to have your Dragonite against it. So you should use a shield here. And you can still reach the next charge move in time, I think, because you got some extra energy prior. Exactly. And this is going to be great for you, because either the opponent uses a shield, you use a shield and farm him down, or you can just align immediately. Realigning immediately allows you to put your Dragonite against it, and now you're going to be in a very commanding spot, especially as the Whiskers still should be kind of locked in this matchup for a little bit, and so you can just overfarm by a lot as well. You can let this move go through, no reason to shield up something like a Scald here, and we will find out what they're going to have in the back. It's going to be it's either Ceruledge or the Ceruledge. I think it's Ceruledge. It is Ceruledge, which is going to be a tough one for you because the opponent now has a one fast move advantage, and so it would have been better for you to go for most likely, I guess you're gonna try to get a lot of damage onto them basically here. But yeah, you're still gonna go for the Flame Charge anyway, and you win CMP tie, so you can just go for back-to-back Flame Charge. It's going to be great for you, because this will allow you now to knock them out, and Ceruledge is gonna get that nice sweep here at the end game. Flame Charge coming through, going to knock them out. In comes the Whiskers. Okay, Whiskers gonna definitely knock you out still, but look at the damage output of Incinerate. Like, honestly, this is going to be, like, so crazy to play this one as well, whenever we're gonna be able to get this without having another account. But yeah, good game here. Let's move on to the next one. Shadow Sableye. I don't know why you went into Dragonite, like, maybe it's going to help you out a little bit here, but I would just always go into the Dragonair as a safe swap. I feel like Dragonair is way safer as a safe swap because you're just going to not have the flying typing, which makes you a little bit weaker against some like rock type Pokemon. But yeah, it's still going to be okay. You're still going to be able to reach another charge move and so get both shields from the opponent. But of course, pretty bad lead for you. But what you could actually go for here is go into the Ceruledge because the opponent has a steel type fast move, and maybe you can overfarm a lot. And I don't think you can fully farm them down, but I think you can. Yeah, you have to go for a charge move. Ah, no! The opponent actually still reaches next move in time. This is really bad for you as you're now gonna go down. Now you have to hope that your Dragonair is going to be able to win this for you, which it's not going to be. Unfortunate. Yeah, maybe I should have went to the Dragonair first, try to basically get some damage onto it first, and then try to swap out into your Ceruledge, try to sweep. Would have been most likely the play to go for, but still a good game there. Let's move on to the next opponent. Hypno, a Pokemon that I would like to see buffed, to be fair, like one of the Pokemon that I really would like to see back in the meta. Just give this Pokemon a better fast move or like buff Confusion, both of which going to be okay for it. Like this is the thing as well, I'm really sad about the fast moves that got added this period. Like Sand Attack is okay, like it's okay to use, it helps a few Pokemon out, but like it's not going to change anything in the meta. But like what really bothers me is of course the metal sound, I think it's called. I always kind of say magnet sound for it because like only really Magnet Zone is really playing it. But yeah, I think metal sound and as well as of course the psychic move Psywave both got completely screwed over. Basically both of them are going to be like so bad. I don't know, like it's just not really ideal. Yeah, I think Awkward Tail I think is only now 5 lower than Body Slam, by the way, this season, so I think the difference is not that big. I think Body Slam is still like 5 more than the Awkward Tail, though. I think it is. So let me check real quick on the back because I forgot that Awkward Tail actually got buffed this season, but I don't think that it's still going to be better than Body Slam. Body Slam still should be better. Body Slam is, I think, 60 damage as far as I know. Yeah, Body Slam is 60 damage and Awkward Tail is 55. So yeah, definitely still go for Body Slam. On your Dragonair, it's not as crucial anymore to go for it, but like it is still the better move to go for. Here, Bastion is not going to be able to knock you out, and the Hypno is going to go down from 1 Dragon Claw, which is great for you, and we can move on into the final battle of today. So let me know in the comment section as well, what team are you going to use later on? The Great League is coming back. Great League is going to be most interesting for a lot of people, so can't wait to try some more Pokemon as well in the Great League. I have actually some also from like last season, which are kind of spicy for the Great League. Maybe I try them out. Like Hisui and Decidueye I think I have for the Great League. I have like a Drampa for the Great League, all that kind of good stuff. Going to be an interesting Pokemon for sure. But yeah, most likely going to try one of them out as well. But here we're going to see the Deoxys going for the Psycho Boost. As you already used the shield, I guess it's kind of fair to not use another one. In comes a Lantern, you can swap out basically immediately afterwards. Here you could actually go into the Dragonite because it's going to be the weaker answer. I actually agree with this play. While as said before, like usually you don't want to go into the Dragonite. In this case where you have 2 Dragons in the back and your Dragonair is way better against something like a Lantern, it's just better for you to go into the Dragonite. You can use a shield if you want to, you don't really have to. A Thunderbolt is going to knock you out, that's totally fine. But the Dragonair can now get aligned against the Lantern, which is going to be great for you. Still, basically, are both opponents, like both players here, going to be in a very similar spot as they both have like 2 Pokemon left. 2 of them are going to be fairly weak, but now you are going to have a shield disadvantage, but it's going to be a Talonflame in the back, and this will allow you to go for 2 Awkward Tails, and I think you're going to be fine. I think an Awkward Tail basically does enough damage to knock them out already. Not great timing here. You could have went for like I think 1 or 2 more fast moves, but I think it's still going to be enough. And so this is going to be it for this video. Thanks for sending in the gameplay. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.